Hey everyone, and welcome to the season finale of the Knife Nuts podcast, where we attempt to delve deep to find the best and worst of 2017. Gentlemen, here we go again.
Yeah, season finale. I didn't realize we had seasons.
I was going to say, what do you mean by season
This is a
finale?
season. This is the season. It's the end of the year. This is the season.
So they got 14 episodes, which is twice as many episodes as we got of Game of Thrones this year. So you guys can't complain.
Absolutely, it's better than most Netflix shows too.
Yeah, and our plots are way better than season 7 of Game of Thrones. So like, you guys can't be mad at us.
Yeah, things make sense.
Yeah,
continuity.
Our dragons don't fly at like 4,000 miles an hour or whatever.
Mine do.
Okay, maybe.
All right. So, Dave, why don't you tell us what we have planned for tonight?
All right, so structure. So that's something we failed on in season 1, certainly. I feel like all the promises we made in the first episode, we have stuck to none of them.
None.
We have 0 consistent segments. Haven't done Wingding of the Week in months. But tonight, I don't know. We got the new Spyderco releases to talk about. And then we also kind of, we've been shitting on everyone else's lists all year, specifically Knife News. So shout out to them and their awful choices. And BladeHQ just made a list of knives that they recommended. So we're going to take their list and make our own. Not just make fun of theirs, but yeah. Since we like them, we won't make fun of it. We'll just make our own.
I want everyone to know that we spent literal minutes working on our choices for this list.
Oh yeah, 30 seconds. I mean, I still haven't even decided on half of them.
Not a clue.
I'm just going to scroll through my Instagram, and maybe some picture will stand out that I took this year.
And maybe we'll go into my Instagram and see what categories people thought of for our...
but we're literally... Oh, okay. I was going to say, if we go through your Instagram, we'll be here the whole fucking night since you post like 2 pictures a day.
2 pictures a day, every 4 hours.
Yeah. Keeping the brand going, though. Keeping the brand strong.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I am not doing my part.
Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it.
Someone changed their name already to Knife Nuts something.
Yeah, Jake, I feel like
that's keeping the brand going.
You're repping the set the hardest here. You've got all sorts of Knife Nuts merchandise.
I got the merch. I got new merch from Christmas. And my wife knew exactly that's what I would want for Christmas is more Knife Nuts shit. So I got glasses and a bottle opener that says Knife Nuts.
I saw a group of patches on eBay, like custom knife maker patches, starting at $100, and there was already a bid on it. Pretty soon, like that original merchandise you have, that shit's gonna be very desirable. It's gonna be the Knife Nuts podcast hipsters. Yeah, the Knife Nuts podcast hipsters are gonna want the old school merch.
Yep.
It's gonna be like when Mick Strider did the shittier flame anodizing on the old school
25
Striders.
and out.
25 and out. Yeah, 14 and out. That's us. We're done. 14 episodes was a great arbitrary number we settled on, just like the 25.
One season.
But what we're going to do is continue to make episodes, but we're going to say they're not production episodes.
Yes, these are semi-custom episodes.
These are semi-custom episodes. You'll only be able to get them on our website. We'll just make it inconvenient for you to get them.
I feel like we already do.
I feel like we make some conveniences for people. It's on all the podcast places.
I'm fucking kidding.
Okay.
Anyway, let's start talking about knives.
All right. Well, did anyone get anything new in recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, but yours are more exciting. Go first.
Are they more exciting? All right. Well, first off, Jake and I got Tom Krein, Regrind, Benchmade proppers. Jake got the sheep's foot, and I got the clip point.
So you can take pictures up here while you're talking about them?
Yeah, we're going to do that now. Someone suggested we do that, and it makes a lot of sense for us to put pictures of all the things we actually talk about.
I mean, that seems obvious. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, we'll do that. Sorry, guys.
So those turned out really great. I mean, the regrind really makes it. Otherwise, it's just like a little slip joint pry bar.
Yeah.
I wasn't really shopping for one before I ended up with this. So this is kind of all I've ever known. And then I looked at a regular production one that hadn't been reground the other day. I was like, what were they thinking? That's way too thick. That's way too much steel there. The regrinds are the only way to go.
Yeah, why did they do a saber grind on it? It's like, just do the full flat? Like, what was the goal there? Make it. Well, I know what the goal was. It's Benchmade, so it's going to be overly thick behind the edge.
Well, the regrind is a slicey little thing, and I do like it.
Yeah, as it should have been from the factory. I mean, it's not rocket science.
Well, we want to do a traditional, but we don't want to scare away any filthy casuals. So here we go.
You think the lack of a lock would scare them away? But I don't know.
No, that's trendy now, man. What's old is new again.
True, very true.
Oh my god! And the spring on this thing is. I mean, Levon, would you say it's on the heavier end of the spectrum?
I would say that it's a medium pull.
Oh,
medium.
Maybe yours is softer. Mine's pretty serious.
Is it the walk and talk, whatever that means?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty trashy on this, but you know.
Does it have a half stop, or is it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The half stop is the most rigid position on mine, I would say.
And he's not talking about the knife.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. I in the bedroom. I get to half mast, and then I just stop.
That's the most rigid it's getting.
That's
good thing you got that full flat.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm hot take. I think Lion Steel's doing the modern slip joint better. And you won't hear me caping for Lion Steel.
Oh,
ever.
I thought you were going to tell us which animal in nature has a flat penis.
I don't know, the
platypus or something like that.
Yeah, it has.
You guys knew that way too fast.
I mean, they have like a flat bill, so like flat dick. It seems like a natural correlation.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You know, ducks have corkscrew penises.
Yeah.
With like basically serrations. I don't even know what once it's in there, you can't get it out.
I love.
It's like they're barbed.
That's
hey guys,
they have barbed penises,
focus,
and that's why
focus,
hashtag duck rape is so popular.
Brian's
right.
Fine. We should focus.
All right.
I mean, 90% of our podcast is about like obscure zoological facts now, so we may as well embrace it.
Someone asked if one of our categories would be how is it for killing livestock?
Livestock killing, yeah.
I didn't say donkey, but I knew what he meant.
Yeah, we knew what he was referencing.
Best spade blade.
Yeah. So, Dave, you want to start the first category, or are we still talking about what we got?
Yeah. Didn't you get something else?
Oh yeah. I mean,
like a million things.
I got a lot.
Yeah.
I got a lot of things. I mean,
keep going.
What am I new?
Yeah.
No, I got the that Damasteel Wee knife.
Yes. That is.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
It is nice.
I have to tell you that it is better than you could imagine.
Is it better in ways beyond the fact that it has Damasteel, or is it just nice for that reason?
It's literally perfect. Detent, action, fit and finish. Like the finish work on it is amazing. Like they coated the thing, must have removed material, then anodized it. There's not a sharp edge unless you actually talk about the edge. It's finished beautifully.
It looks very nice, and it's got a sort of semi-unique handle finish. I don't remember that being on the regular 604s.
It's not. It has that. The only other Wii I have at least branded Wii is that 711.
The Slipstream, the 714.
714.
The Slipstream.
Yeah, the Slipstream, and that one has.
Oh, it's the same finish.
It's a similar finish.
Yeah, I'm seeing that on the pocket clip now. I was going to make a dumb statement like these things aren't flying off the shelves, but they are out of stock at BladeHQ.
They're gone.
Damn, at $550 too.
Yo, they only made 70 of them.
I mean, I'm still surprised they sold out with 70 of them. That's
70 is
crazy.
A very small number.
I know, but like, how many people are going to pwn up $550? You know what they did not sell that well is the Beg Steelcraft in Damasteel, the ones that are $777. Those didn't fly off the shelf, but this is $200 cheaper. So
yeah, and those were the Riot produced ones.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made a ton of those. The Field Marshals, and I think they made the Bodegas also in Damasteel, and I've never seen one out in the wild. But yeah, these are really nice. The 710, the straight up, they still have in Damascus. Tempting, but I think I'd rather get a mini Typhoon finally for this kind of money. But
yes, when you already have a mini Typhoon and you lust for a dagger and your buddy won't make you one, it's
It fills the void.
You're forced to go to communist.
Come on,
places.
you were buying that shit way before I denied you a dagger.
Not even close. But
Are you really? It's directly related. After Brian said no dagger for you, that's when you start buying the Chinese knives.
it seems like a good angle to play.
And I didn't say no dagger for you. I just, I got it. The way I was doing them and what was going on, I had.
I know. I get it. Fine. Moving on.
A man scorned. Yeah.
Moving on.
Don't be a bitch.
I'm not.
Nah.
I got this Domesteel Wii knife, man.
I like that thing. Hey, you know what? Start sending us free knives like you send to random YouTubers who I'm not really sure how they get those hookups. But yeah, just start sending them to us. We'll talk about them.
They don't understand what we're saying.
Hey, at least they have the decency to get someone who appears to speak English well, as opposed to Reich, who just goes in real hot with the Google Translate and is just like, fuck it.
In fact, I think that's what the new knife is called. Fuck it.
I mean, honestly, it was probably just a bad Google Translate. Although recently he did do the God bless thing, so he did realize that is right down the middle for the knife community.
Onward, Christian soldiers. All right. More knives. What else did I get? I don't know.
I feel like
since the last time I saw you, last time we got together, I think it's just the Slippy.
Gasp. It might be.
Yeah. The Slippy and the Dami.
Don't call him that.
I'm not. Ever again.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't worry.
I have a whole box of knives coming my way.
That are your own knives. Yeah, so...
We're running out of new knives to talk about. Some of those, or at least one or two of those I had gotten so recently that it'll feel like getting new knives when
you'll get your wee ballon up to whale shit back.
My whale knife.
Yeah.
So what about those, since I can't talk about them because you've had them, anything that stands out?
I didn't like any of them.
None of this surprises me.
None of the knives you sent me besides maybe the Hurricane, the Brian's Hurricane. I didn't like any of the other knives.
Yeah, well, the Hurricane's right up your alley, but yeah, no, the others weren't. It wasn't like I handpicked knives that you would like. It's that's pretty much, those are the superstars of my collection, basically, because that's just the state of my collection these days. There's not that much.
So for viewers, if you remember, or listeners, it's weird saying viewers. For our listeners, if you remember, Jake sent me a bunch of knives, and I didn't like the Wii 714 or 712, the whale one. It just hurts your hand to grasp it. Like, it's just unpleasantly sharp everywhere because of the stupid Wii pattern that they milled into it. And the colors are like...
Just like that one that the Levon has, the texturing is removed by
wait a second.
Adam Purvis. Do that?
Jake, wait 1 second. Dave, do you realize how big of a douchebag you sound like?
Why? Evidently I don't.
Apparently he does.
Evidently I don't. So...
I didn't like any of the things you sent me. Fuck you and your mouth.
I didn't like them.
Oh, I didn't even think of it that way. Yeah. I'm not sending you shit again.
Seriously.
No, it will be shit. Next time I send you a pound, I'll be like, hey, I got some cool knives I want you to check out, and there's going to be human shit in that
What
bag.
am I, the Secretary of Treasury? Don't send me shit. But no, I mean, I liked the Hurricane. The Hurricane was cool. I've never handled Levon's. I don't know if you still even have one. Do you?
I have every knife that Brian has ever made me.
Okay. Yeah. I never handled yours, so that was cool. I like that. But the Aaron Frederick stuff didn't really do it for me. And then that Wii. I mean,
Aaron
I like the fake sharp I designed Typhoon. That was nice.
Did you ever find that screw for it?
Did a screw fall out?
It's in the bottom of the couch somewhere. Yeah, and I was even there, and I was so excited to get it out of the couch before I sent you that box of knives. And
I literally didn't notice the screw was missing.
It's so far deep in the couch, man. It's like it's. I think it's back at IKEA now. It went so deep into the couch. I don't know where the fuck but it's in there somewhere. I'm going to need a magnet and smaller hands.
What
or
screw
just cut
was
your
it?
couch open.
I mean, I'm sure the tolerances are so bad on it that it wouldn't matter if the screw was in or out.
Well, it didn't make any. Yeah, I mean, when I sent it to you, it didn't feel different than when it had all of its hardware. But it was just one of the backspacer.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
I would like
It's
I would like to clarify one thing. That couch is not from fucking IKEA.
I knew he was going to fucking say that. If I knew where it was from. Sorry. Back at Couch Couture, where all couches are 10,000 and up.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
It's Raymore and Flanagan.
Well, whatever.
IKEA too. Sequel to IKEA.
Bullshit. The guy with the $550 Chinese knife is definitely getting his couches at Couch Couture.
You wish you had this knife.
I mean, I do.
Anyway,
I'm going to admit that right now.
Brian, what do you have going on?
Nothing. Finishing up mini typhoons.
You're almost done, right?
Yeah, I think I have like 39, 38 left.
Oh, that's not bad.
That sounds like a lot, but it's not.
Can you make that 40? And can I
41.
Can I submit my order verbally right now during the podcast?
No, I need it in writing.
Because if I get my money back from this PayPal scam, it's going right to you, buddy.
Yeah, I can't believe that sucks with that scam, man.
That's also why I finally got around to, after like 6 months or a year, I got around to fixing up that tie spine. I'm finally going to put that up for sale and make a little room in the drawer for a mini typhoon.
Yeah, I'm going to do it too. I've got the money now. So it's gonna be very
This is where he says the books are closed. Sorry.
Sorry, no more.
You can only get a nemesis dagger.
No,
Arch nemesis dagger. Allegedly.
As we know, our friend Stace097 or whatever will be selling his in, I don't know, 30 seconds from now. So I'll just get his since it's the exact configuration I want. Well, it's the exact configuration I want until I see how much it costs.
You never know. He could have it a day, or he could have it 3 months. You never know.
He always has good prices, so I can't hate on it.
Yeah, he does. He normally sells them for loss, I believe.
Well, especially while they're still technically being made. If the price is going to go up, it's going to be when there's no way to get one from Brian anymore, like the Hurricane and the Cyclone and the full size Typhoon.
Well, I've got my Cyclone secured, so I feel good about that. But I've seen some crazy prices on the mini Typhoons, like good prices, but all of them are in really awful configurations. Brian, I don't want to insult some of your buyers, but some people have spec'd some weird shit, man.
I know. What do you want me to do?
There was one.
I've talked about it a million times.
Let me not out.
That's because Brian doesn't say anything. Like, somebody could tell him, like, "Oh, dude, I love this knife so much," and Brian will just send them like a fucking thumbs up emoji or some shit like that, and be like, "I don't care. Throw it in a lake.
Keep the people happy."
You want it in green?
No, but if you're buying, it's all the guys that sell them seem to have the ones that are fucked, like a weird style.
All right, yeah, Brian, the one that stands out to me, some guy had it up on Blade Forums. I have no idea if it ever sold. Satin flats, green edges, and no pocket clip.
No pocket clip. Why would you ask me for no pocket clip and then go to try to sell it?
Nobody's gonna buy that.
Whatever. It's.
You know what?
Throw it in the lake for all I care.
I'm sure someone did buy it, but yeah, I thought that was an interesting choice. If you're going to flip like an extremely personalized like configuration and then try and sell that, I don't know how many people want clipless mini Typhoons right now.
Maybe it's just like a Chaves mid-tech.
Oh God, yeah, those are crazy right now. What is Ramon like? I haven't heard anything about those in a while, and then the version 3 drops out of nowhere, and they're selling for $1,000 again. The mid-tech. It's like it's 2014 again.
I mean, they're going up on BladeHQ for like $400 or $500.
Yeah, but there was like one, and it sold immediately.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think just that one guy had it up for $700.
No, there's been like raffles and shit for them. It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's a whole other shit.
Yeah,
people get into that stuff. People will pay more just to look like a big shot because they won. I won. No, you took it in the ass, you moron.
Yeah.
or they're just really proud to support the makers that they. But
love. Most of the time it's not the makers getting that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm sure Ramon is selling them for reasonable prices. Also, shout out to him for somehow avoiding the overbuilt knife apocalypse, where it doesn't seem like people are particularly interested in those anymore. But I'll also insert my foot into my mouth because did you guys see that Trouble Bladeworks just dropped a bunch of knives on BladeHQ, and they all sold out in like seconds? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Well, because they disappeared for like a year and a half, and people were pretty worried, and then they came out of nowhere and just dropped them. Yeah, I'm looking on eBay. Like a 228 version 3 just sold for $650, $675.
That's on eBay.
Yeah, that's on eBay, so you can really get the
his money
filthy
back.
casuals. Yeah.
Yeah, no. That guy asking $700 can go pound sand.
Do you want to pay $4,700 for a full-size custom Redencion?
No.
I don't
No.
either. Yikes.
I don't think that's even bad. I don't even think that they're bad knives.
No, how many $4,700
I think
knives
they're
are
cool.
there these days?
Not many.
Yeah.
Only. So we got a list to do.
We do
and
have a
stuff
list.
to criticize.
We do have a list to do. Hold on.
So should we go through the new Spyderco? Should we touch on those
Let's
first?
do that. So the Spyderco 2018 catalog came out, and
There's nothing in it.
it's the longest catalog they've ever made, yet it somehow has the least content.
the cringiest photoshops of all fucking time.
I thought they got better. The one where the knife is a fucking rocket ship is
fucking dumb
oh
as
god.
hell.
That one's incredible. I'll attach that one. Oh my god. The one where it's a rocket ship is fucking unbearable. Ah god. All right. Look.
Let's see it. Send it in our chat.
All right. Also, I will send the link to the
That's going to be the cover of this episode. I'm going to Photoshop us all riding on that.
Yes. You know what? Just send me into the fucking sun. That shit is so terrible. I want to die when I see it. Oh god. Also, this is going to take like 12 hours to load because they're like 5K images of
It's got to be.
Oh god, I can't even look at these.
I've got to say, it's got to be difficult to be like being like a marketing guy, like out of college or whatever, and he gets a job at fucking Spyderco. It's like, here, market these knives in the most benign way possible.
All right, here we go. They do not have a marketing guy. I'm coming in hot right now. There is zero chance they have a marketing guy. It's Ed Shemp. They've got him on all sorts of edibles and fucking DMT.
You're saying Ed Shemp knows how to operate a computer?
They have Ed Shemp in a cage in Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. They're just feeding him mad edibles. It's Colorado. That shit is legal. He's stoned out of his fucking mind. And then they just ask him for ideas, and that's where you get a knife as a rocket ship. Damn.
Wow.
I missed
I'll
my
take it.
calling.
The shit bombed worse than the Challenger.
It's not too soon for that.
It's not, right? It's been like 20 years. Am I allowed to do that?
Oh my god, hang on.
Has it been too soon?
What?
Quote,
Did we just
quote,
find that out?
Quote, hot take, Levon. I'm going to click on this. According to the link I just clicked, the Maximate Para 3 is now available.
For
Oh,
a pre-order,
maybe.
probably.
Well,
Yeah, for pre-order.
oh my god, it was pre-order a year ago.
All right, you jump at the gun. Look at the picture of the fucking rocket knife. It is a Spyderco. God damn it! It is a Sliverax.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, actually, I pretty much think every catalog has something really stupid in it.
You know what? Put this catalog on that fucking rocket ship and send it into the sun because this is trash. All right, should we get into the new knives?
And they
Yeah.
missed the best part of their last catalog. You remember how excited I was that it was all to scale,
Yeah, this one
and
is.
I thought that was the coolest idea. And then they just
Threw that out the window.
take that awesome idea and just not do that again.
Why is there a hand made out of a wicker basket? Like, what is that?
I don't know. No one knows.
Truly awful. I recommend you all look through this. It's 184 pages.
At least it's somewhat entertaining from that aspect.
And everybody with 56K, you can look at this maybe by the time the 2019 catalog comes out.
Who has a 56K modem?
Oh yeah, I got it. I got him 56K over here. Downloaded porn at 8 kilobits a second.
Kilobits. All right, let's see what we got here. Lots of native fives.
I mean, you gotta roll with what you got, so just keep making iterations. They've had like 12 of these this year, but
A lot.
they decided to make this one less useful. So it's the native 5 with the CPM 154/S90V blade. So it's S90 clad with CPM 154, and they were like, let's fuck this up. So let's put a saber grind on it. Let's take a nice full flat ground and put a low saber grind on it, so you can really take it.
It's also $200. It's also $215. $216.
Yeah, you can get a mono steel S90 native 5 for 140. So
I'm gonna say that steel is pretty expensive.
yeah, the clad steel is probably crazy expensive, but like, why do I need S90V clad?
Why do you need clad steel
especially two clad like powder metallurgy stainless steels?
on a fucking native 5?
Neither are tough either. Like, it's not like
No.
The advantage of that one, when you went through and hand finished it, you would get because the 154 took a nice polish and the 90 doesn't.
okay.
You see that line.
I believe that. I believe that, but you're never going to see that on a native 5. It's finished just like every other.
Yeah, it's just got a belt satin.
Right. No, I agree with you. I'm just saying that's
I've never seen any
basically
custom
the
makers
same
using
with
it. I'm guessing the price is like prohibitively
because
expensive.
I think you have to buy a whole sheet and it's expensive.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say that one's a no.
And then you buy a whole sheet. Do you really want to have to hand rub 200 blades?
Spyderco isn't doing that. Let's be honest with ourselves. I will say the new Delica and Endura in that Vitoku 2.
Were we just skipping ahead here?
I'm just jumping.
Yeah,
Why-
really.
why-
Keep it on fucking control there, man.
Well, do we really need to talk about whatever this weird looking fucking thing is?
Oh, that thing's hideous.
The fucking Shabba ranks.
How do you fucking hold it?
You don't. I think you just hold it and it just immediately just cuts your hand.
What the fuck is that?
It looks like one of those that you can only use if you tie it to the front of a stick, and then you in the wild you like jab a boar with it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to.
Because that's not made for a human hand.
I don't want it to solder the memory of our apparently dead Israeli knife maker who designed this, but Jesus Christ, man, this is fucking terrible.
That just looks like he drew a squiggle of something vaguely knife shaped. Send it to Spyderco. He's like, watch this. These fuckers will make anything.
The best part is that like there's some explanation about the cultural origins of this knife, but I don't give a shit because it's so impossibly ugly and useless.
Can we move on?
Okay, yeah, the Shabba ranks. Enough of the Shabba ranks.
R-E-S-P-C-T.
Oh yes, okay. So this one I'm actually really excited about, and when I was
You're never gonna buy it.
No, I'm never gonna. Who's gonna buy it?
You're never gonna spend $364.
Yeah, you're fucking right.
on a
I'm not gonna
giant
spend
Spyderco
$363 on a Bowie, on a uselessly giant Bowie, but it's awesome. Like, it's cool that they're doing it.
It is freaking sick.
It looks
No
awesome.
lie.
It does look nice.
It looks
Yes.
really cool. It's
And CPM 154 is one of the few right steels for a knife like that, I think.
yeah. If they're gonna go with the stainless, it seems great to me.
I mean, yeah, it's awesome. Hopefully, like maybe in 2 years, someone is closing them out somewhere. You get one for half that.
I like how there's already a review on it. 4 stars.
Yeah, right. 4 stars.
It's already gotten 4
Who
stars.
fucking did that? Who did that?
I do not know.
This one wasn't me.
Dave, was it you?
It's Jake Lucas. Yeah,
Now can we?
I'm very excited about this one. I don't see how the tang is concealed with torque screws unless it's on the other side, but I don't know. It's cool. I like it, but how many of those do you think they're going to sell? 50?
Hold on, I'm coughing my brains out.
Yeah, well, I think the answer is that they're not going to sell a lot of them. It's man, $364. I feel like you could probably get some cool Bark River Bowie for less than that.
I actually kind of think it's cooler than a Bark River.
I agree.
I mean, it has a point, which is cool. And I feel like the points on a lot of Bark River knives, you could just go to knife ship free, and they're all just rounded off from the convexing. Not my thing.
I love the retail price on this fucking knife is $560.
Yeah, well, is that new map pricing or old map pricing? Because maybe we should say that Spyderco, yet again, is increasing their pricing. I think their map pricing is going up by 5%, maybe a little bit more.
There's just no competition anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Benchmade's doing the same thing. Benchmade's increasing its map pricing too, but like, Spyderco is the company that I think they sell too many crappy Japanese-made knives for insane prices to be increasing map pricing again. Like the hideous Shabaria. Oh wow, it's only $146. That actually seems inexpensive compared to some of their other Japanese VG10, G10 models. I mean, as we'll see as we scroll down further, but
Yeah, let's move on. So This is what I mean. It's bad when you look at like all the new stuff, and the thing you get most excited about is a fucking Delica.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
but since that's been their test bed for new steels, some of which have been a home run, in my opinion. I think it's okay. Not to mention, if you're gonna test new stuff, you might as well do it in a well-known platform with FRN handles, and you know what I mean, like something everyone knows. So you're actually comparing
and relatively inexpensive.
And
this makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake, I know. I'm just talking about this whole row of Delica Enduras. I'm not even gonna. I know you're gonna get this orange Warrenclyffe Hap 40 Delica.
That looks sick. I mean, as sick as a Delica can be. I mean, it's just a good steel, and it's not. Is clad? Is it clad? Don't disappoint. It's clad.
It has to be. Hap 40 is super duper expensive in bulk, I think.
Oh, okay. So the Vitoku 2 steel, I looked it up. I guess it's pretty similar to Japanese. Was it
steel?
Super blue?
Agami is super blue.
Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, and there's two. This one, so it's Bill Burke was the one that introduced it on Blade forums apparently a while back, and he linked to a comparison chart that it's quite similar to the Agami steels. I don't know which one. There's Agami 1 and 2. I don't know which is the super blue that we, that's readily available, but pretty similar.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of exciting. It's not a super high carbide steel, which is kind of what Spyderco's been experimenting with recently with like Maximet. So it'll sharpen up very nicely, but I don't know what the kind of edge retention is like on these knives. I mean, it's usually kitchen knives that are made with this stuff. So
yeah, well, that was the origin of those. Yeah, but the two that came before it, the Super Blue and the Hap 40.
My real problem here is that it's clad in Sus 310, so it's gonna scratch so easily. That shit looks horrible after like a little bit of use.
Soft.
It's so soft.
Nah, well, who cares? Every Spyderco guy with any kind of composite blade loves to see the contrast.
Patina.
Or just the contrast, anything, whatever.
It shows that I use my shit.
Yes, you hashtag
use your shit, which is mostly just stabbing beer cans with your knife and stabbing wood, like the railing, of your and stabbing the railing of your deck, much to your wife's chagrin. But
or stabbing through your dining room table.
Yes,
in a whiskey pickle knife in 2014.
Accurate.
I back in my really filthy casual days, I had a SOG Vulcan in VG10 laminated with 420J. My first and only experience with laminated steel.
What did the J stand for?
Jerk off. It was shitty. I mean, 420J is terrible steel. I mean, it was a terrible knife. But yeah. All right. Well, unsurprisingly, Spyderco is debuting new steels.
It can't be as bad as the SOG that I sent you, with a bow on it.
I mean, I will treasure that forever.
I can't believe you thought it was a legit gift at first. I sent Dave amidst this package of gifts and
good things
and like check out these knives and then send them back kind of thing. I gave him it was probably the second knife that I ever bought as an official casual. And it was like a clone of a clone of a clone. It was probably like $4 shipped on eBay. It took like 3 months to get here off of the boat.
You mean that
just
fake
the worst?
SOG?
I mean, dude, it's so fake. It has a lock. It's gone so far on the other side. It has a lock I've never seen on any other knife before. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it's got like a button actuated liner lock.
And it's not even like button actuated. It's like you slide the button back and it moves over the line. Dude, it's just so fucking out there. It's almost like it's so weird that you can tell whoever was responsible for that knew nothing about knives. And in that way, it almost became kind of cool because I've never seen that lock before. But it is a total piece of shit, and that was the joke. That was the gag.
I'm glad it's mine now. It feels very sentimental. I'll treasure it forever.
Yeah, use it in ways that if the lock were to fail, you would cut your finger off.
Absolutely.
Can we move on in this fucking catalog?
Moving on.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Now we have the PPT again. Moving on. Next knife.
I love that knife.
I like it too, but
That's
what
nice.
can be said about it that hasn't already been said? This one has fucking carbon fiber handle.
And S90V. But the price is the important part here. It's crazy. It's fucking $228.
And the old ones never went down either.
Yeah, it's steel. It's just steel liners. Like I was excited about the knife until I saw the MSRP.
I have to say, I don't know why more of his designs aren't out and about, because I've handled that. I've never bought one, and I've kind of always wanted one because it really does feel proper in the hand. It has great ergos and blah blah blah. But what other parent designs are floating around out there? Maybe that's why it's stayed where it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they're always sprints. I don't know, but it's good. I've handled it like 10 times. I always want it, but then I'm like, but at $200, it's like, what else?
Not
what
worth
else
it.
can you get?
You know, I liked it too, Jake. I've handled it just as many times.
Yeah, every time when we go to Country Knives, that's always one of the knives that we're like,
What, do they still have a new old stock one?
we should probably just. Oh yeah, they have. Dude, that is the place. If you want like an untouched sprint run from 2007, they still have it, and that's the place.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. These Clipit tools, probably not made for us, if I had to guess.
I actually kind of like them.
They look...
I mean, it's if you already have a couple of Swiss Army
Also-
knives that you don't carry.
Also, they look terrifying. Like, there's like anthropomorphic like faces in the bottle openers and seatbelt cutters, and it's like a Skeksis from the Dark Crystal or some kind of weird shit like that.
It is kind of terrifying, actually. It is bigger than I
There's
expected,
nothing
actually.
terrifying about it, please.
I like the shape of that Rhino.
I do too. That's nice.
I like it.
Yeah, so that knife got totally redesigned. It was supposed to be like a $40 knife, and then I don't know what kind of issues they were having with it, but they were having issues. So they said fuck it, and they put CTS XHP and carbon fiber now. So that's an improvement, I would say. The price went up $90, but
That's a pretty big fucking mistake.
yeah, a $40 compression lock
Just-
folder would probably be much cooler.
Yeah, I don't know. I there's something about the proportions that are fucking with me about that knife.
It's bizarre, but also the handles are asymmetric, like extremely asymmetric. So that's probably. Wow.
I think what's messing you up, Levon, is it's got what would normally be that thumb relief for you to get to the lock bar, but there's no
nothing
lock
there.
bar in there because there's a fucking compression lock is on the top of the knife.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
weird.
so why
I
do
mean,
they have that there?
yeah,
that
it's
is weird. Why is that
because
there?
the
Oh,
blade
for the hole,
when it's
for the
folded,
hole.
the blade tucks so far in, and that's how you
for
get
the
to the
hole.
That's how
Yeah,
you get to the Spidey hole.
It looks
I see.
weird. That's the best way to say
Yeah, it looks like it was designed by accident.
It served its purpose. It made me realize that I want a knife with that blade shape, the Rhino blade shape.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Para 3s.
Yeah. S90V sprint. I mean, I guess it's a sprint. S90V,
An S90V
carbon
and a
fiber.
Max. I will take it.
I mean, hopefully the Maxima actually comes out sooner rather than later.
Yeah, the
I don't. I
maximum
mean,
one
it's been on pre-order for. I mean, I thought I was joking, but I think it has been a full year, hasn't it?
It was
Yeah,
supposed to come
probably.
out this year, yeah. It didn't, but you'll get your Maximet eventually.
I still think that Zero Tolerance should send Levon and I a free Maximet Para 3 each
Seriously, the zero tolerance
because of the
shit.
goddamn 888 fiasco.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Where
You'll
we got something else.
Well, you'll get a much more usable Maximet blade once the PM3 finally comes out. But
Either that, or I'm going to pay way too much for a PM2 in Maximet, and then I don't know, take it to a grinder and reshape it or something,
blasphemy.
and then regret that decision as well, just like I regret every other one. All right, Southern Hanan.
Hanan.
I hope they push this one back to 2018 so that they could like make it flip decently, because it doesn't have a usable spider hole, so it should be flipper only, and I don't
I
trust
like how-
Spyderco to do that much.
Here's my favorite part about that knife. It already has like a pretty much useless recurve,
Yes.
but then the back of the recurve is already useless because there's no grind.
Oh, holy shit! Yeah, that's like a full quarter inch of the blade before the
Yeah,
grind
just-
starts. Like the primary grind swoops at such a weird angle. Well, that's going to be useless.
I mean, I admire Brad Southern.
I do. I like his
think
knives.
I think he's a great designer, a great maker. talented guy. Some of the Spyderco stuff's a little weird.
I don't think Spyderco is doing any favors for
Justice.
him. Yeah, they're really not doing
Although-
any justice to his stuff.
I'll tell you, Knife Center has, at least I don't know if they had it it was just a holiday thing.
Now they've been blowing that thing out forever.
The positron in orange.
Yeah, those were.
Oh yeah.
Did you get that?
Wait, didn't you buy that?
Yeah.
Yeah, for $79.
Yeah, that's
I'll tell you, it was worth $79.
You didn't mention that in the new acquisition section.
Well, that's because my mom got it, not me. My mom bought it as something to. Oh my god, this fucking cat. Yeah, I'm talking to you, dude. Get the fuck out of the Christmas tree. Hold of.
Yeah, if the shaman is actually going up in price by $50 just to get the coating, that's crazy. I'm really hoping that that's not the actual price, $195.
It is.
It's really going to be $195 because like the map pricing is going from like $149 to $163 on the uncoated one. But if the coated one is really $30 more, that's odd because the paramilitary 2 is not $30 more for the coated one.
I really kind of like that knife, and I like it in the black.
I do too. I just don't want to pay $200 for it. Anyway,
I hear you. This is also Knife Center. It's not known for value.
Well, this is map pricing, so it's the same thing. Same everywhere.
Not everywhere. Anyway.
Yes. Until we ruin every single discount that we can get.
Yeah. There's also a fully serrated one. Hey, cat, stop it.
The little native? I don't know. Jake, are you excited about this? You like small knives?
And it even has a wire clip, which I like, but for some reason, I don't know. Just not doing it for me.
It's got to be the full size one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still on a small knife kick, but just that one isn't doing it for me.
All right. Well, the next one is pretty friggin' weird. It's the same guy that did the Sliverax and the Ouroboros. It's the Parata. Parata?
I love it. I love that one little sliver of flat makes the blade, makes it all come together for me. I love it.
I don't know how to feel about it. It's bizarre.
Guys, hold on. I got to murder the cat.
Really?
I kind of like it. It doesn't look like it'd be very strong with just, 2 little 1/8-inch pieces of metal holding that whole fucking blade on there, though.
Yeah, I also don't understand how this lock works. I think it's the first time they've used it, the stop lock. I think they have a diagram of it. It looks backlock-ish to me.
Yeah, it looks like it's a... All right, so maybe I don't like the whole package, but I definitely like the blade shape and grind and everything about the blade.
You know what I don't like about it? The fact it's $180 for VG10 and G10.
Good point. Moving on.
And screws that aren't countersunk. Classic Japanese Spyderco, unfortunately. I think that's kind of it. The rest of it are just iterative stuff. More steel changes and whatnot. There's a almost $400 CPM 20CV fixed blade with a convex grind. I don't know what to say about that. It's a $400 Spyderco fixed blade. So nope.
Yo, there's a new version of the Balio.
Oh, there's about 12 new versions of the Balio.
Oh, I didn't go to page 2. Fuck.
Very exciting. Yeah, how are you going to miss out on all these awesome new variations of the Balio?
Oh my god, that I just saw. Can we pause? And I forgot about a new acquisition. Richard sent me a Jester.
Oh yeah,
the Jester. I don't remember what year that was from. It's a little Sprint, Spyderco Sprint that's just you never see anywhere, and it had one of the coolest ideas for a small knife where they put the jimping on a little ramp on the front of the blade. And if you really know your whiskey pickle knife facts, you know that I redid a Delica for him in that same same shape, same idea or whatever. But new acquisition.
No one knows about the whiskey pickle knife facts except us.
I was gonna say who besides you and Levon are gonna know that.
Oh,
dude, there are more hits on the whiskey pickle knife hashtag than Knife Nuts and Misanthropia combined.
That's because we were doing it for like 4 years.
It literally went on for years, and I still hashtag stuff with whiskey pickle knife.
The Jester reminds me of the ATR. I don't know. I assume there's a reason for that, but I don't think the new version of the Spyderco ATR ever came out, did it? Yeah, that was supposed to come out last year, and it hasn't come out. But
ooh, there's a dragonfly in that Toku 2, Vtoku 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Levon, which is more which is a more must-have at $68, the dragonfly in
Or that.
Toku 2, or the Warncliffe in Hap 40.
I think each of us are going to have to get one of them.
I might have to get a dragonfly eventually. I'm so sick of everyone talking about how great they are. I feel like I just have to give in.
I have to tell you, it's pretty good.
Could have sent you my dragonfly.
I'll get one of these interesting
Are
ones
you moving?
eventually.
Are you moving to Pennsylvania anytime soon? Because paying for like insured shipping is getting real old real fast.
I'll just drive down and get it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll get the dragonfly with one of these cool steels eventually. But
I have a feeling that Spyderco will probably unveil more stuff at SHOT Show.
do they even go to SHOT Show? I mean, they do their weird thing at IWA in Germany, and then
No, they're at SHOT Show.
okay. Yeah, I heard they have some
Yes.
prototypes there sometimes. But all right, well, Spyderco 2018 catalog. I'm gonna go ahead and say that was the most disappointing catalog of the year so far.
No,
No,
my God!
dude.
It's the only catalog of the year that had
Anything
couple
we
things
might
that were
be able
worth
to buy in
buying.
it.
I
It's
mean,
the best
for
of the-
Spyderco, I feel like what is really
I
not
mean-
desirable there?
It's
If
just
we're
not
talking
used
about,
much.
if we're being relative here, it's the best catalog we've reviewed.
I don't know.
But as
Yeah,
a
you fucked that one
Spyderco
up, Dave.
catalog,
As a Spyderco catalog, it's pretty disappointing.
No.
Yes, that's
compared
true.
to last year. It's I'll give you that. Yes.
The response on the Spyderco subforum on Blade Forums was surprisingly tepid as well. But that's only because Benchmade hasn't dropped their 2018 catalog yet. Any predictions? How that one's gonna go?
They're going to one up every other manufacturer in MAP increase
Yes,
percentage.
Definitely.
They're like, we see your 9%, and we're going to hit you with an 18.
They are
That
the
integral-
goat of raising prices.
That integral is going to be, what's it called? The
Anthem,
what's their Anthem? They're going to probably discontinue that.
and then do it as a gold class for $1,400.
Yes, there you go, gold class one.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll have a crown spine, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
And purple accents. I can see. I mean, when earlier in our collecting days, when Levon stepped up and got the gold class 940, it was. I mean, we loved it for years.
That price wasn't necessarily in like the stratosphere, though, wasn't that?
Yeah,
Like
it
four-
wasn't-
it was
it wasn't
like
nuts.
450.
I think I paid $285 for it because I got it on eBay.
All right, yeah, that is reasonable. I would pay that for that. That had titanium handles and one M4.
Carbon fiber bolsters.
Yeah.
It was S90.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it was It was
M4, I thought.
M4.
It was M4 before M4 was cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would pay that for that. Benchmade actually has a mini version of the Crooked River coming out, and like, I actually like that. I think that has potential. So like,
I didn't like the one that looked like it was like way too like I'm a hunter and I need orange on all my shit because I need to be seen. My knife needs to be seen so I don't get shot by another hunter.
I mean, yeah,
Enough.
it had some gold
I got
accents.
shot right in the knife.
My knife got shot. I got shot in the knife. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, it has some gold. It has some orange accents. I could probably do without that too, but they're pretty tame in comparison to maybe some of their other confusing hunting. They had the Bone Collector series, and they just dropped that for the Benchmade Hunt.
I still have a bone collector.
Do you?
The truck knife.
What is?
I've
This
never
like?
I've never collected any bones with it.
How many
but
knives do you have?
You've also never taken it out of your truck.
well, I had to because I got a new truck. I moved it into the
You
other
moved
truck.
it from the old truck.
Was
to
it the
new.
Axis Lock Bone Collector with like the
Yeah.
T2 blade? That was better
Yeah, with,
than
like,
the
sheep's
Griptilian
foot
for a
and-
while.
D2.
Yes.
I ruined my I ruined my stones when I first got my Wicked Edge. I ruined my 100 grit stones on two knives. They were both Levons. It was that one and the S110V SMF with the flag that he just sold.
Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, that knife will live in infamy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have it. That was from very early
Oh yeah,
in the.
that was
so
like when all
that
your
was
knives
then.
could fit in a bag.
That was then, and this is now, and it's the end of 2017. So we need to talk about our favorite
How
NAFs.
many times can I say I'm sorry?
We got to talk about our favorite
How
NAFs
many times?
from 2017.
Jake, what are you singing quietly?
Nothing
Oh,
good.
Levon accidentally started an old Phil Collins song. Might have even been Genesis.
Oh, okay.
I had a lot of caffeine before this podcast.
Caffeine.
Adderall.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah.
What are our categories?
Well, we're just gonna steal BladeHQ's categories because we have no original ideas to speak of. So, what do we want to?
Spent no time on this.
What do we want to start with? Amazing value, a subject we know nothing about.
Holy shit! I actually have the perfect knife for this category.
There's been a lot of good ones.
You're starting with one, and oh, okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put my vote in the hat for the Real Steel Megalodon.
Amazing. Okay, I think they're talking about like budget knives, but like also yes, that was an amazing value.
You just said amazing value. Doesn't have to be budget.
Yeah, well, they chose a $10 Kershaw injection, so I think presumably they meant
Well, that
budget
doesn't.
knives.
That's fucked
Yeah,
up
but-
because they're the only people charging $10 for it.
Oh, also that knife's a piece. I mean, it's not a piece of shit. It's just not fantastic.
$10 knife.
I bought quite a few of those.
Oddly enough, you know what's in my pocket?
A Kershaw
Not a
injection.
Kershaw injection. No, it's the Megalodon.
Yeah, the Megalodon is an amazing value. I was gonna just say it was my favorite knife of the year, but like,
Wow.
if you want to, I'll save that. But yeah, it was amazing value. But you know, we are not very good about reviewing budget knives or even buying any. But this was a super good year for budget knives, from what I see on YouTube and whatnot. Like Steel Will definitely killed it this year with their budget knives.
Oh yeah, totally.
Cut Jack, the Modus, the Tenant, all these knives that are under $100, they seem to have done a great job. Real Steel had some good cheap knives. Rake, Ruike, put out a bunch of good cheap knives.
That's not how you spell rake. Someone should tell them that.
Yeah, I'm sure the point will not get across to them, but
You know what's an obscure one for this category was Levon. You got some Tecut.
oh,
Do you
the
remember
Tecut.
this? It was like I think it was a mass drop deal, and it had it was a value knife.
Mhm.
It was very nicely put together, and it had an actual innovation:
The adjustable pocket clip.
the adjustable pocket clip.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind then, and it's still blowing my mind now. I would add that to the list of potentials.
Another amazing value I'm going to throw out there: the Boker Plus Tech Tool, their little sort of slip joint, 12C27 steel, contour G10 scales, and it is like $25. It's awesome. I have one. Just gave it to my dad. It's a great knife. Reversible, deep carry pocket clip, carbide glass breaker. Awesome knife for $25.
Wow.
That's another
how
good
much,
value.
That's how much the Tecut costs. too.
Yeah, that's great. That's also 12C27, right?
I think it is.
Yeah, so basically the summary here is that the big companies are not doing budget knives very well anymore, and these little pop-up Chinese companies are doing budget knives way better. Like, all of these are way better than any CRKT or Kershaw of equivalent price, I'd say.
Yeah, and I'll also have to put a little bit of an asterisk for the Real Steel. The Megalodon, the price on it has gone up.
Well, I mean,
Since-
the suggested price is $207. That's what I paid for it, and I still think it's awesome for $207. But yeah, you got
I had some.
ridiculous.
Yeah, well, that was an insane price. I had someone ask me if $250 was a good deal for it,
No.
and you know what? It's
Yes,
not
it is.
not a good deal, but it's still a lot of knife for $250. I think.
Oh, absolutely. And BladeHQ is selling them for $150 right now. So
Oh, holy shit!
yeah, so
They have them in stock for $150.
yeah, someone just messaged me. Let me make sure. Yeah, you put it in your cart and it goes down to $150. So go get that one. That's an awesome
dude.
knife.
If just go buy it.
Yeah,
You will be thrilled.
What was a real disappointment is the other like fancy knife they put out this year, the Griffin, the button lock one, had like the fake carbon fiber inserts, and that seems like a real step back after they nailed the Megalodon.
It seemed uninspired.
Yeah, that was not really nearly as cool. So Megalodon, amazing value, but there's a lot of cool budget knives this year. So
All right.
Sorry about
Obviously, this whole thing is a mess. So we just move to the next category.
yeah,
All right. Where we
envy
got?
of all. Well, that's vague.
Envy of all.
A knife that inspires envy.
Well, this is easy. Just go look at how
Prefer
many
knife.
likes were on Levon's Instagram for. Well, I guess the Hydra didn't come from 2017, but the M Stitch did, and I mean, like the arch nemesis that might be one because it's like everyone wants one, no one can have one unless you're son of a critch. You can have two.
I don't know. I've thought about in my mind about whether or not I should include things that people can actually buy, or say fuck them.
This is
fuck them, right? Yeah. Fuck you all. No, I don't know.
I think the Johnny Rotten guy, his folders are now going to fall into this category because they are like the hottest thing right now, I think, of custom folders.
Who?
Johnny Rotten.
Rotten Design.
Rotten Designs. I think what did his knife go at auction for? Like 5,000 maybe? First knife, basically?
Yeah, it was high.
Yeah, so he's like the new Rad Knives. Like, that's... If I had to speak for other people, I would say that is definitely something a lot of people are envying right now.
You love to speak for other people.
I mean, I'm not interested in spending $5,000 on a custom knife right now. So, definitely not speaking for myself in that sense.
So, knives that inspire envy.
I cast my two votes. I'm officially voting Arch Nemesis and M Stitch.
You know what's funny is, I would almost say that this Damasteel Wee knife is up there.
I mean, it's very beautifully executed.
Mm-hmm. Let me go look through my stuff real quick.
I'm gonna say the Beg Steelcraft Bodega that I got in. If I showed that to a non-knife person, I think they'd be pretty impressed with it because it's so flashy. And I mean, I'm still impressed with how cool it is. That is probably, of the knives I got this year, if I had to apply this to my collection, I would say this is the one that's probably the most envy-inducing. Even though you can just go buy one, but
and I'm just gonna say, the hell with anything I just said, because I mean it really is just the arch nemesis dagger for me.
I mean, it is awesome. We're definitely not getting one, so
that's right. So envy,
and especially because we had a chance to handle it, and then find out we can't have one. That's I mean, that's the very definition of it. And we still talk about we basically talk shit on someone who has two of them just because he has two. Like that's what envy is.
You know what, guys? Though it's just so damn hard to understand which way to flip it.
I was just about to say, when you guys handled it, did you? I mean, I assume you immediately cut yourself because it was so difficult to figure out in which direction it opens.
Oh man, it boggles the mind. Brian, what were you thinking?
How much I hate you guys.
Hey, it's free marketing.
Oh my god.
Cast a vote, dickhead.
That knife is actually perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could have one myself.
My envy is whatever comes after that next year.
Yeah, seriously.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Brian, I suggest you sleepwalk yourself one.
Yeah,
go down to the garage one night.
I'd end up going outside with it somewhere and just getting in trouble with that thing. There's no reason to be having that.
Here's a novel.
No,
idea.
not in New Jersey. I mean, you got to move out of that state first, and then everything in life will start to fall into place.
Yeah, I don't know if Pennsylvania's the answer though.
You can take the knife maker out of New Jersey, but
you definitely can't take the Jersey out of the knife maker.
Yeah, here's a novel idea. Have Jake make you one. Program all the shit, and then if Jake hits the button, you didn't make it for yourself. So therefore, you're not wasting your own money. It's Jake that made it for you as his gift to you. Problem solved. Looks like
I'll do all the finish work
and half and cost me $40,000.
I feel like, Brian, the knife's half done and I broke your CNC machine.
Yeah.
There was a fire and I took a nap.
No, Haas has got great customer service, right? Just be like, oh yeah, my friend
I let
was
some
using
dickhead use my machine and he broke it. Is that under warranty?
Yeah, put on your homeowner's insurance. Say a thief broke in and fucked with your CNC machine. He tried to make himself a knife while he was there. Seems likely.
I don't think it'd work.
No, definitely gonna work.
What's the next category?
Pretty quick knife. I don't know if this means an auto or just a knife that opens fast.
What the hell, BladeHQ?
I know these. Maybe we should have watched the video.
Yeah, maybe we should have read these before we actually did this.
That can't
Fuck
be a
it,
real
we'll do
category.
it live.
Fuck it. We'll do it
I'll
live.
write it and we'll do it live
We'll do it live.
because that's what we're doing. Wow.
I mean, the description says it opens up quick,
all right.
and it's fun to play with. So
I'm gonna go here with the Booze Blades Smoke TS1, the front flipper he came out with.
Well, it's interesting that you went that direction with it because it's all about that flipper placement, isn't it?
It is. It's a better front flipper than some other front flippers I've had.
And I'm gonna vote the Wee Knives Slipstream or the whatever you call it, the 714. That thing fires pretty quick.
I'm trying to think of other, like, did I get anything that actually... I don't think I got anything that is, like, a wildly crazy flip. I'm going to say some of these Kaisers have insane detents, but, like, just really, really strong detents, so they flip pretty well. But
yeah,
shit!
the Kaiser Envoy that you gave me, Dave.
Yeah.
I'll vote for that. I mean, that's going to apply to a few categories because that's actually my most carried knife at the moment.
Yeah, it was also pretty fucking dumb
great.
of me to endorse the Booze Blades Smoke TS1 here as the pretty quick knife or the fastest opening knife.
Has
Because
no
it's also
detent.
it's the easiest one. It's the easiest one to also drop into the tempered glass side of your fucking PC tower and completely destroy the tip. So, yeah, it opens fast into a fucking wall. So that's great.
So I'm retracting my vote entirely and moving it from the Wee Knives to the Olamic Swish because that thing is pretty great.
Yeah, that's an underrated knife.
Yeah.
Did you see the one Nick Shabazz got with the Egyptian like hieroglyphics and scenery engraved on it?
So he bought that one?
Yeah, I
Oh,
normally hate that kind of engraving stuff, but it looks like I like real engraving, but like
It's
that one
amazing.
looks awesome. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's the coolest.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Unlike Nick Shabazz. Next.
Twice. All right, this one's
Twice
just.
the knife for half the price.
Is this a small knife category? I feel like this is just us trying to interpret BladeHQ's categories, less so than us trying to come up with our own. Is this like another budget thing, or is this a small knife thing? I have no idea. I'm gonna say for budget knives, we already did that, so I don't know. Small knives, I'm out on this one. Jake, take it away.
Okay, any knife that you get where you double up on coupons and get it for 80% off.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'll say that.
But
Vipon
don't mention the source. Don't mention the source.
Vipon is the winner for this award for twice the knife for half the price because sometimes you got twice the knife for 20% of the price.
Yeah.
And then they make the coupon go away. I just saw a YouTube video where someone was like, wait, what was the name of that website? You said it too fast. And I was just like, it doesn't matter anymore, bro. I'm sorry.
It's all over.
It's all over. We ruined it.
Okay, so we're going with that as our definition for this category.
Yeah, the knife that wins that category is a series of numbers that make up a coupon code.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, numbers and letters.
Yep.
All right, then
Moving on.
For me, it's the what's that Elijah Isham Kaiser that I got? What's that thing called? The Megatherium. How could I forget the name of the most metal name?
Yeah.
Was that inexpensive though?
I mean, with the Vipon coupon, it was.
If I told you how much it was.
Oh right.
Yeah.
It was like what, 90?
$90.
Yeah, I will say I got these Vipon Kaisers were so great. Actually, you know what? Kaiser in general was awesome because they also did a sale at all their retailers, and I was able to pick up a Lancer too for a pretty decent price. Not like Vipon prices, but yeah, I got like 5 or 6 Kaisers this year because of the crazy deals. So I'm just gonna give Kaiser knives this category actually, with all their wild sales. I'm looking forward to 2018.
I'll allow that.
Yeah, that Megatherium sells for like $180 normally.
And $90. It was crazy. I really wish we didn't ruin that. Yeah, like this 35.
Well, you ruined it.
I know this $35 like Kaiser ASO, awesome. I mean $35 with the coupon, but man. All right, my new favorite, category 5. Well, that is that's literally subjective. What was your favorite knife of the year then?
All right, well, let's just make it really new.
It's not the Giant Mouse GM3. I can tell you that's my second most recent knife, and I am not super impressed with that thing. You know what? That's my biggest disappointment of 2017 is Viper knives.
Um,
I know. Actually, Levon's Slipstream. That's my pick.
For new favorite.
That's your new favorite?
New. I mean, it just kind of came out of nowhere, and they dumped a million designs out there to see, what sticks. And for me, that's my vote. That one sticks.
Jake, you can have the Slipstream if you really like it that much.
Yeah, I'm gonna give another honorary disappointment of the year to Wii. I feel like most of their in-house designs this year were not very good.
They're just so China.
They are. Like, I thought they were gonna change that this year, and like they didn't. Like, I really thought that they were gonna pull that shit together, and like
I will tell you, there's a lot of home runs in there too. Like,
are there?
I mean,
Of their in-house designs?
Let me say this: when it's good, it's really good. I guess, but you know what? Those are all the ones they partnered with some designer.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They did a really good job making other people's knives. From like the 2017 knives.
I think everyone benefits when they do a good job making other people's knives.
Collab. Yeah, I agree with that.
There's nothing wrong with that model that I can think of at all.
I liked the integral that they made this year, and then the one of the budget ones, the 703. That was good, but there's a lot of misses for me too.
All right, my favorite knife of the year was my Mini Typhoon.
Get out of here.
No, it definitely was. It's the one I carried the most and I used the most.
Yeah, that was definitely his most carried knife. I can vouch for that. At least when he drove west, he was carrying it.
Mm.
If I had gotten one at the same time, that would probably be my pick.
Jake, we'll have to time ours so that we get them at the same time.
That did come out in 2017, right? Didn't I take?
Did it start in 2016?
Yeah, it was because it was cold as shit. And I remember it was snowing. And
I took the orders in the
end
of 2016, but I didn't start making them until the new year.
Yeah, that's right.
Or maybe I got one or two out.
Mine was early. I know that. I don't think I had it until the new year.
I would consider
this isn't worth the dead air.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
A little tank. This reminds me of in the long ago when I got a Boker Albatross, and for 15 minutes I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
And then shortly after those 15 minutes, you realized it was a piece of shit.
And then it developed its first case of lock rock.
The first of many.
The first of many.
Yeah, those weren't good. Basically, anytime Boker Plus in the past tried to make a titanium frame lock, they just failed at it miserably.
That was one where one of the few times that I can think of where the execution was not the problem, but the actual design was the problem on paper. The lock bar between the end of the lock bar and the relief was so short that just by unlocking the blade, the geometry was such that you were always bending, bending the lock bar.
Yeah.
Spring. So it was just a fail. Just a fail.
I'm kind of, I have that Boker Plus Lateralis from this year, and that was actually good. So I hope that's a sign of things to come. That, their shittiest years are behind us. I mean, and they had a lot of shitty years. Pretty much every year that Boker Plus has existed has been a shitty year for them. So, I guess maybe they don't have that many good years ahead of them. But,
who knows?
What's
the next category?
The last one, Perfect Slim EDC.
What the fuck, BladeHQ?
That goes to the Mini Typhoon again.
They give it to the Benchmade bug out. I guess one of us has to try this eventually. This knife's gotten a lot of accolades.
Yeah, I kind of want one.
I would buy one for not like $100.
They make carbon fiber scales for it.
Yeah.
Someone does, and they're like another $80 on top of it. I could see.
Well,
that.
I was thinking about getting the scales from that same guy for the proper.
Does he make proper scales?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys have what, the green micarta, or do you have the?
Yeah, I like the green micarta enough, but I feel like with that Krein grind, maybe do it a little justice, throw a little pearl or what is it, marble carbon fiber on there.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be cool. I think that's worth it. But yeah, I guess the bug out is really, people really like it. So one of us has to try it eventually, or not, because nobody pays us to do this. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, such is the problem with trying to do this. Like, nobody's sending us knives for free.
Someone will get one in a trade.
See, in this slim EDC, Dave, is where I thought you might put that boost.
I would put it there. Yeah, that's.
But is it the perfect slim EDC, or is it just?
I think it's
slim
excellent.
EDC?
I think it's really great.
Just a slim EDC.
I think it's very, very good. In terms of the giant mouse is really similar to it, but I like just about everything better on the booze. So yeah, I would say that is an awesome slim EDC. Unfortunately, they're all sold out, so like, not really a great recommendation on my part, but it was a cool knife. Wii knives coming in at $200 is awesome. I hope that is a target that they shoot for more in the future. You pre-ordered the mini arrow, right? So
Yeah, I did. We need to talk about some more overarching categories that don't sell knives, just stuff that we think was really good from this year.
yeah,
That's the problem with these freaking dealerships. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah. When dealers make lists like this,
Dealers-
yeah,
Yes.
the CRKT pillar or whatever being on every single list possible seems conspicuous.
Yeah. Best engineered knife or innovation? Like, what do you guys think brought the most innovation to the knife world this year?
Was there anything innovative? I'm trying to think.
Well, it doesn't have to be like reinventing the wheel.
An adjustable pocket clip riding on like a spring detent for one.
That is cool. So it rides on a detent? Like, is that what holds it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be cool if it actually worked, but
It worked the last time I saw it.
yeah, it works. It works fine.
Steel Will was supposed to have that ant lock, which I mean probably isn't that revolutionary, but it looked like
No,
a cool
we
lock.
haven't touched it, so it doesn't count.
Exactly. It never came out this year.
So it doesn't have to be like, okay, let me rephrase this. Just a knife that's engineered beautifully.
I'm gonna go with Ruike.
I'm going to go with Ruike as well on the Hummingbird.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. And also the Lanny's Clip, Liang Ma design.
Oh, that's such a nice knife. Leon killed it this year. He did a very good job. I don't think there was any real misses this year for me from Leon. I mean,
No.
I just don't have the money to be buying that many Riot made knives at this point. But yeah, he did really good this year. Crazily enough, I think the 15 is new Integral is my least favorite of the knives that came out this year, and that means that he came out with some pretty good knives this year.
That's true.
Yeah, Riot in general did great this year. I mean, when do they not though? They just make good knives.
I think one of the most surprising hits for me this year was the XM slip joint, the Slippy by Hinderer Knives.
Well,
you liked
kind
that
of
one.
that's the opposite of revolutionary, but
It is.
I think
I
it was
just said it's a surprising knife.
Yeah, well, for you it was revolutionary because it changed the brand image in your eyes.
Yeah, I just think it's just a great little user.
Yeah, I mean, I like it a lot better than Hinder's other output this year. To me, their new knives this year. It's impossible to keep track of the years at this point. Does the Half Track and the Jurassic come out this year? I think they did, but either way, both of those not as interesting to me as the
Half Track came out last year.
Oh,
The
did it?
Jurassic came out this year.
Okay, so yeah, I think the slip joint XM was more exciting to me than the Jurassic. So
Yeah, I mean, I liked it enough to like buy it off of the table, like at a knife show.
they just
Like,
released carbon fiber scales for it too.
Oh, now that's what I fucking need.
I'm throwing Monkey Edge. I bet they're in stock because they're $100
No one
scales.
bought a slip joint.
Yeah, because I don't know how many people bought those, but the skinny XM24 that just came
I
out.
don't know about that.
I don't know either. If they do a skinny XM18, maybe. I got an
I'm
XM18
just
this year.
weary of any flipper that they put out. Really.
I know, right? Why won't they just do the Fire Tack, like his thumb stud design, his like first custom knife? they would just do that, that'd be great. But I don't know. Hinder's gonna have to do something. I think they've exhausted the XM line a little bit at this point. Maybe not. Maybe they still sell. Who knows?
I'm looking on the website. Maybe they're all gone.
They are,
because it says. I'm talking about the carbon fiber scales.
Yeah, they are gone. It seems so. I guess you're not the only one that bought one.
Bummer.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I'm sure I'll find some eventually.
What about Mass Drop this year? They did a lot.
Oh, they moved Ferrum Forge forward a bit, and whoever did that, who did the manufacturing on that again? I forget. Right, okay.
Yeah,
it seemed to push both of them forward because it brought those two names to a whole bunch of consumers that had never paid attention or heard of either of them.
Yeah, those Ferrum Forge Master Drop Wii collaborations might be like the biggest home runs of the year. Not maybe in quality. I know people had some issues with them, but the fact that they sold like, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 of them.
A shitload of them.
Yes, that's a lot of knives to be selling.
Also, I feel like Wii Knives should be giving us like $100 every single time we say their name this episode.
Hey, I mean, we talk about what's relevant, right?
Along with Kaiser and Ruike and everyone else.
Nemesis Knives.
And especially that Sharp Eye Design Company. We keep talking about them and we don't get shit.
Yeah, Nemesis Knives never paid us for plugging them so much when we were insulting them, but nevertheless, all press is good press, right? So, yeah, we didn't get any money off them, but... Yeah, Mass Drop is cool. I like that some of these Chinese companies are finally dropping their prices by selling stuff on Mass Drop. Like, I got in on this Ruike 1507 for $180 when that knife came out at $325, which kind of pisses me off. Like, when you like, it's like the Wizard of Oz thing when you see behind the curtain and like the wizard's just some dude. When you see that Chinese knives can be sold for less than half of their MSRP.
Going back to the Hummingbird, the same thing happened on.
Oh yeah, you guys
it was like a cyber.
Yeah, you got dicked on that
Cyber Week deal or whatever. It was half price, $75 for that. We talked about the innovation and the precision, and Gavin Hawk had some nice things to say about it. I mean, everyone is raving about that thing for $75. It's an absolute steal.
Yeah, it just
Go ahead. It shouldn't be cheap just because it's small. I mean, at that scale, it only made it more difficult to pull off, I think, from a manufacturing perspective. So
true, but if they can make a profit at $75, like when you find that out that they're, I mean, implicitly that they're making some kind of profit. But when you see like how much,
sure.
I've said this about CKF too. CKF just had a $70 off coupon, so I finally did get screwed on the Vexia I bought. That was another awesome knife I got this year. I'm a big fan of that one. But yeah, it's like all the Chinese made knives.
I have a category coming up for that.
Yeah, once
biggest ripoff.
I'm happy with that at $300. But it's kind of defeating when they pull back the curtain and you see how badly you've been ripped off if you bought like knives when they come out. So at this point, don't be a hype beast. Don't buy things as soon as they come out, especially if they're Chinese knives, because there's a good chance the price might go down.
Indeed.
True dat.
What was your category, Jake?
Okay, so to finish this out, Knife Nuts style, who was the Knife Nuts podcast arch nemesis of the year?
Oh, this is good. I mean, I should say Lion Steel, but I liked my slip joint too much from them.
Yeah, no, it can't be them because there wasn't nearly enough negativity. Even though your the rant of the year goes to you about Lion Steel.
Yeah, the rant with the hit 'em up beat in the background. Yes, I was quite proud of that.
I think CRKT is also in that.
Yeah, CRKT is definitely our number one nemesis.
Yeah, I mean, we literally took a steaming dump.
They didn't give us like a snarky response to our critique of the catalog or anything.
Nobody did.
Nobody cares about us. We're just in our little world. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say CRKT has to be our arch nemesis.
Okay. They make junk and keep putting out junk, and everything they make is crap.
Well, it looks like they'll be our arch nemesis for 2018.
Don't buy CRKT knives in 2018 because it's all junk.
Yeah, I mean, to that. Wow. What I just said about was it making knives for designers instead of in-house designs, and how well it works out for them. And I mean, if you put that same apply that same theory to CRKT, they're kind of failing at it. So I guess you got to do it right if it's
it pisses me off, because a lot of makers and designers like to partner with them because it's a name like CRKT, and they get their knives out there, but they're not doing them any justice.
Yeah, seriously, just partner with. I mean, you get the market share, and as Brian has mentioned, like being a knife maker, making money is not the easiest thing. So I understand the impulse to like get the market share by having CRKT because it's in Walmart and shit. But goddamn,
it's in Walmart. It's in Cabela's. It's a different beast, altogether because of that. And
but
so
how many? Okay, we say that, but how many of the designs do you see in Cabela's and Walmart?
Yeah,
there's always a couple CRKTs in.
Yeah, but it's never like,
I feel like it's just the M16 usually.
Yeah, it's
what
like
you don't. My point is what you don't see is a really, really nicely executed, reasonably priced, Wii collaboration or Riot collaboration or whatever, even at the same price point or maybe just slightly higher than like a CRKT. Whatever, M16 or whatever.
That's because those knives would cost $600 in Walmart. Like the distribution costs.
No, I mean even if the wholesale cost is the same, my point is just that CRKT is already a household name. So, the fact that the quality isn't there to some extent doesn't matter because the numbers are there and the exposure is there.
Of course it doesn't matter. But if you're a knife enthusiast, don't fucking buy CRKT knives.
Oh,
if you're at Walmart and you need something to throw in the truck, great, whatever.
Yeah, that Ozark Trail everyone has been talking about. That was like $1.94 and is categorically better than some of the shit that we've seen from like enthusiast brands.
Yeah, I don't know why some of these other Chinese companies just don't try and scale up production and get into these markets. Like, we can make a ton of knives. If they made like $30 knives, like Kaiser is doing with the Tangram series. It uses that Acuto 440 shit that CRKT uses, but for all intents and purposes is much better than anything CRKT does and are the same price, and you can get them on Amazon. They must be shifting, like, I would hope they're selling a lot of those, especially since they are on Amazon. But you know who's selling a shit ton of knives? The preferred manufacturer of our friend Night Morning Designs, Tucson Knives. They have like 15,000 transactions on eBay. So
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Ham Cheese Design.
Our buddies over at Ham Cheese Designs.
Dinner breakfast design.
Yeah, but like Kaiser is doing these Tangram knives for $30 with like bearings and like deep carry pocket clips and real G10. Like, just get one of those instead of CRKT. Let's keep the beef going.
The Vanguard series.
It's below the Vanguard series.
I mean,
but yeah,
that was. Yeah, well, the coupon price of a Vanguard series was right there, and that was exactly what I had to say about that. Was the Kaiser Bad Dog? Yeah, real G10, decent steel, good foot and finish. It's rode-on bearings. I mean, there's nothing bad you could say about that knife.
Oh.
It's just sad that that's not the knife that's sitting on a shelf for the casuals in a big box store, as opposed to some turd, but whatever.
Here we go.
Moving on.
Top tip: Kaiser. You can now get Kaiser Vanguard knives off AliExpress for like half price. So if you want like the Vanguard Kesmic, which is a knife I liked, I owned it, did a review on my YouTube channel. You can get it for $35, free shipping from China.
It's probably a fake.
That would be incredible if someone was faking. Like the budget Kaisers,
faking a knife that originated in China anyway.
Yes.
Like that sock I sent you.
You Raph, you ruse.
Yeah.
that would be truly incredible if someone was doing that. I'll send the link, but yeah. I'm pretty sure they're legit Kaisers, but they're much cheaper. So for $35, you're not going to beat that. You can get an orange G10 or black G10. It's got VG10 steel. That was a really good knife. And yeah. It's awesome. So don't buy CRKT. Buy these. They're both made in China, so it's not like you're doing patriotic duty by buying your CRKT. I mean, it's going to an American company, so I guess you are in a sense. But okay, is the beef still going?
honorable mentions? Anything?
Honorable mentions. I like that CKF extra. I think it's a cool knife. I think it's the coolest modern traditional knife.
Gravity knife.
It's really not. The D10's not that weak. I thought it was, but I mean, I was real worried it would be, but nah, it's pretty decent. I like it. I think it did that modern traditional thing better than like the Benchmade proper. Or I mean, it's a bit of a different knife, to be honest, but nevertheless, that shit's gonna be popular probably in 2018.
Yeah. I'm really into that new Jaros design.
Oh, the flare. Yeah, those just went on sale today for the
good.
first time. I'm excited about that.
I have a better one. The Touch. I always want to call them the Touch Brothers because that's kind of rolls off the tongue, even though they're obviously not brothers. But
the Touch father
Touch,
son does not roll yet.
Touch and Son. Yeah, Touch and
your
Sons.
son.
That even sounds weirder.
Touch your son.
And entering
Touch your son.
and coming into the
What the fuck?
reasonable price market for a full custom with the Axis Flipper, and then we got to talk to them, and then also got to handle the knives at the New York Knife Show, and definitely worth mentioning how much knife you get for what were they, like $1,600 or something like that was the table price for that knife.
Yeah, I mean,
and just gorgeous in every way. Amazing. I mean,
for the art knife world, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it was more accessible in not just in price, but in design and execution than an art knife per se.
Sure.
It was their entry into the relatively affordable tactical market or whatever. So
When we say relatively affordable, we mean not $40,000.
Yeah, that's
way less. Yeah,
everything's relative here because
Right.
definitely
for one paycheck, you can now have a Touch Flipper.
For one paycheck in an upper middle class job.
Yeah. Wasn't this
Sorry, that when I was working
Yeah,
before I became a trophy stay-at-home student dad.
It's a noble.
That vape.
It's a noble
Don't
profession.
don't forget the vaping. Lots of vaping.
That's part of my profession.
You're really ruining our ability to make fun of vapors by being a vapor yourself. There's your 2018 resolution for the Knife Nuts podcast.
Define vapor. Isn't there something more to it than just like inhaling vapor? Don't you also have to be kind of a douchebag? Don't you have to have like at least a throat tattoo to be a vapor, like quote unquote?
That's what the vape juice is actually doing as you inhale it.
You're just gonna open your shirt. You're gonna take your shirt off one day, and there's like slowly tribal tattoos spreading on your body like an infection,
Yeah, spreading like a
virus,
like a skin disease. Speaking of which, I think I am going to get a tattoo, but it's nothing interesting. I just can't.
No,
bear
you gotta get a badly done
wearing a
Strider
wedding.
SNG.
You can't remember your birthday or some shit?
No, I can't. I cannot wear my wedding band. Like it. Like when you put a shirt on, you can only feel it for 3 seconds, and then it's just like your brain turns off that sensory, and you're fine. I can feel my ring 24 hours a day, and it's uncomfortable, and I hate it. And when I wash my hands, it's wet underneath, and I'm just gonna get it tattooed.
So you're gonna get a small Strider SNG tattooed on your ring finger? Is what you're trying to tell me? That wraps around your ring finger?
I'm gonna go with the SMF actually. Three screws,
yeah,
not
but
two.
Make sure they really get the blade wrong, like they always do in those tattoos. Make sure it looks like it couldn't cut anything. Make sure it looks dull as shit. That's what you really got. Contribute to the Strider tattoo community with another.
You basically
shitty
want a Strider-esque spatula tattooed on you.
Yes.
Wait, how did this wedding band become a Strider?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's just I finally decided that I'm probably gonna stay married forever, so the tattoo makes sense.
Yo, you know what's my knife of the year? Fuck this. I just remembered about this.
I was joking.
It is the Spyderco Tenacious with the printed circuit board scale. Someone took a fucking circuit board and cut it in the shape of a Tenacious and put it on their knife. I will like this. This thing is legendary.
Well, I know where they got that idea. There's a maker on Blade Forums who makes like the geek version of his custom and uses. Circuit boards are printed on G10 basically.
All right.
Yeah,
and he's been doing that for like a year.
I might not be fully
almost
up
bought
on my
one a couple-
nerdy shit because it might not be a printed circuit board. It might just be a regular circuit board, but it is fucking trash, and I need to find it.
Oh.
I have it saved.
Oh, I don't know I didn't know there was a difference. But
I think it's just like a
so
motherboard. It's terrible. It's my knife of the
But
era.
whatever. Some of them are like straight up G10 though.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Seriously.
I love it.
Let's just move on again.
Should we
Dead air.
end 2018 with or should we end 2017 with a hot
2017.
take for the future?
Sure. Is this gonna
As long as it's a hot take and you don't stop saying hot take.
take? Oh God, the hot.
I don't
take.
even know what the fuck a hot take is anymore.
Nobody knows.
Go on. What's your hot take for
I was
2017?
hoping you guys would come up with one first. I don't have one.
Oh. Hold on.
Yeah.
First, let me look at what picture you just sent us. Oh, it's the circuit board. Okay.
I bet Brian has a hot take.
Wait, no, I
Brian.
was hoping it would be knife
Yeah, let's look
related.
at. Hold on. Yeah, no. Let's look at those comments from Levon's.
Oh yeah. Let's actually address that.
Honorable mention also to my BLF Giga Thrower flashlight that I got in at the ground floor,
The
or below
fleshlight.
the ground floor on. See, you can't even make the fleshlight comment doesn't make sense because the thing is like 14 inches around. So, I mean,
Jesus.
it would be a fleshlight if you were just lying to yourself about the size of your penis. Mine would get lost in that thing.
It is beastly.
It started as like a 40-pound billet of aluminum, and they machined the whole head. The thing is ridiculous. I'm trying to find.
I want to say I love our listeners. However, your suggestions, while very funny, made this very
Were
difficult.
useless.
Yes, they were useless.
No, they weren't useless.
They were
Hold on.
useless.
They were funny. I laughed.
They were
most,
definitely funny.
The most punishing flipper tab. That's not bad.
Brian's
because-
best
because
Chinese knives.
Because my 0450 has, for some reason, the detent, like the ball is now just like married to the hole, and you basically have to tear into your finger to flip the thing. I don't know how that happened.
I like Brown Knives says.
Shout out to
shittiest
Brown. I was going to say.
Most bizarre color scheme. I mean, that has to go to Wee Knives.
What's his name? Brown?
No,
Eye?
it's
Yes, Brown Knives.
Oh, Brown
most
Eye.
bizarre color
You said
scheme goes
Brown
to
Eye.
Brown
everyone who built their knife on Brian's website.
Yeah.
Actually, no. That Balnoptera you have in the fucking disco ball, fucking epilepsy, blue, purple, green thing. That
Purple
is the
and pink
worst
and
color
blue, yeah.
combination I saw all year. Besides, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say the
Okay, let's see.
superhero Cerakotes were the worst thing this year.
Oh yeah, those are really.
That was the
bad.
worst knife trend of 2017. I'm saying.
Yeah,
was,
definitely.
Oh, that went
Dead-
far beyond
dead-
just knives, and I didn't see
Deadpool
any of the
team.
movies. Yeah,
Yeah, and guns too, right?
I'm so far out of that.
Yes, bad Cerakote. Let's leave that behind in 2017.
Also, I have a special shout out to all the people that commented on the video that I took of the Nemesis dagger and actually thought I threw it in the creek. There were people on there that actually were like, "Why did you throw it in the creek?" I was like, "Are you kidding me, dude?
Use your shit. Hashtag use your
That
shit.
is, that is a
shit.
very hashtag use your shit moment.
Throw this freaking $3,000
Throw your
knife,
shit. Hashtag throw your shit.
throw your shit in the creek."
That's the new challenge. The hashtag throw your shit in the creek challenge.
Yeah. I couldn't tell. Like, I didn't know if it was like fourth level sarcasm. I'm not really sure what was going on there. But you're like, dude, why'd you throw that in the creek, man? I was like, really?
To enter our new contest, take your most expensive knife, find a body of water, and throw it in.
Put it in there. Actually, only do it if you have a superhero themed Cerakote.
Yeah, throw that
knife.
shit, slam dunk that shit into the trash. Or, like, the world's trash, which is the ocean.
If you show us a video of you throwing a Cerakoted, superhero themed Cerakoted knife into a natural body of water,
Yes.
like actually throwing it in there, we will send you a present.
Yes.
It will not be worse than
And-
throwing your, like, $200 Cerakote job knife into the water, but it'll
It
be
might
good.
be. It might be.
Maybe it will be. I'll just give you all of my knives if you do that. I'm not committing to that either. I will 100% renege on that.
You just lied a lot.
Yep. Well, I'm not giving away all my knives as much as I endorse this challenge. Hey, yeah. I mean, we could do another giveaway at some point. The first one went over swimmingly. Two
we
entrants.
really should. Did we ever make good on on the first one?
We did. I don't think the person ever got back to us. I just had it shipped directly to him.
That's because it's like they probably opened it as I can't believe these fuckers actually sent this piece of shit to me.
We did send them a piece of shit whistle. So that was our big contribution to the knife community.
Shit whistle.
That was our big contribution to the knife community this year. We sent someone a whistle, and we said that we use the word allegedly more than any human being has ever used before.
Oh my god.
Yo, here's to 2018 having more lawsuits. That's my hot take.
No.
And don't vaccinate your children.
There's just not enough. There's not enough lawsuits. There is at least one a year for what the last 3-4 years in this community of ours.
No, when we totally run out of material, at least the Kai and Microtech lawsuit hasn't been resolved. So, like, that'll just lead us into 2018.
Well, I can't. I'm sure ZT will show some stuff at SHOT Show.
Yeah, we'll have to do a SHOT Show episode.
Yeah.
That's what, in late January?
Yeah, we have to get more guests on the show too. I have like all these people waiting to come on the show.
Like who?
Yeah, why didn't we do a guest? Two episodes in a row?
Because we have 4 people we need to schedule plus a guest. So,
and it's also a difficult time of year.
It is a very difficult time of year. You know, we spent so long prepping for this. What was it, 24 hours that we decided to do this or something like that?
I mean, it sounds like we spent 24 minutes prepping for it.
Yeah.
No, speak for yourself. I am prepping all day, every day in my mind. I'm thinking of witty shit to say and great topics like red anodizing and other fun knife topics. That is one of the questions, though.
What's your favorite shade of red anodizing?
Yeah. What's Brian's favorite shade of red ano? And what is the best knife for terminating livestock? And the most.
Are we really answering these?
We already talked about both of these things.
Okay. Then that's the end of the questions. Best flipping action. Brown Knives also asked best flipping action. We're not going to pick a specific knife, but I think Kaiser overall stepped up their shit this year, so
yeah,
I'll give it to them.
I'm gonna give it to the Booze Arrow. I mean, the Booze Smoke TS1 because that thing flew out of my hands.
My tender hands.
That thing just went fucking flying. Hey, first off, get it right. It's pussy hands. We all seen the YouTube comment. I have pussy hands. I have pussy hands.
Somebody said that to you?
Yeah, I did a review of this Wii knife, and it had a genuinely uncomfortable thumb stud. But the comment was, "You have pussy hands."
Nice.
I was very happy about it.
You have hands of pussy. All right. Does everybody get their piece out right now? We're done.
No, we have so much important content before 2018.
Can we finish this fucking year?
I think this was a pretty sad final.
Yeah, this shit was trash.
Episode.
The whole podcast.
We should give. We got to give something away to spice this up.
Yeah.
That's the only way to pull this out.
What are we going to give
the ditch?
Pull out.
Except for Jake, that knows nothing about that. So.
That's true.
No, about what? About pulling out?
Pulling out.
A having kids insult. Ooh, oh, you fertile douche.
I wish I was infertile.
Me too. My God.
Look at my knife collection. And
I
don't want to give
without getting surgery.
What was it?
Without having to go get cut open.
What was a knife we all liked this year? We should just give one away. We'll just buy one and give away.
That's true. We should do that.
What was like a reasonable price?
Yeah,
knife?
we have to give a knife away.
We have to give a knife away. Okay, we'll give a knife away, but here's the more important part.
How do you win it?
How do you fucking win it?
The throw the knife in the creek challenge. Throw
All right. Okay. All right. I'll play this game.
All right. So
retrieve. They have to send us a video of them throwing a knife.
Post it on Instagram and tag us in it.
No, you have to post it on Instagram and tag us, or maybe we come up with a hashtag right now, like hashtag use
throw it in a lake. Hashtag throw it in a lake.
Hashtag throw your shit in the lake.
That's a
No,
real
just throw it in a
confusing.
lake.
We need to
Make it
really
easy.
clarify the hashtag.
You do know it's like winter and everything's fucking frozen, right?
Oh yeah, fuck ice.
Throw it on a frozen lake.
Throw it on a lake.
All right,
Throw it on a lake.
be
I don't know,
creative.
This,
Whatever.
this
Entertain us, and we'll give you a free
90%
knife.
of the knife community lives below the Mason-Dixon line, so I think they'll be able to throw it in some kind of body of water.
That's
That is
that's
not
true.
true.
But buy knives anyway.
All right, what knife do we all collectively like this year? That was good. That is also not crazy expensive, so we can buy it.
Yeah. So when you say all, you mean the three of us and not Brian, because
Yes.
if he handled any Chinese knives, he doesn't remember them.
They burn his hands
Yeah, I
like
gotta
holy
pay
water
for
on a vampire.
I gotta pay for a Chinese knife.
No, we'll handle it.
We're officially going into the red on this podcast.
Which,
Not only have we not made any money,
Yeah, we're
we're
actually
spending money to
I
do
mean,
this.
we already spent $15 on a whistle, so
Not to mention, it costs money to like host the website.
we had
Yeah.
like real aspirations of making merchandise or Patreon, but are people really going to pay for an episode of this quality? Our Patreon patrons would not be pleased.
No, we'd have to offer incentives
I mean,
beyond just our voices.
Let me just put this out there. We got people that pay like $5 a month to have some fat asshole
Yeah,
put their name on a fucking bottle and cut it in half.
name on a bottle. I proudly
No.
paid $5 for the Fat Swordsman to put my name
how
on
did
a
we not
bottle.
bring that up? That was the greatest moment of 2017 for the Knife Nuts podcast. Knife Nuts Jake, tell the story.
Because it didn't say Jake or Jake Lucas or some old username Infinite Motors or whatever. It said Knife Nuts Jake because I love you guys
Oh,
and because I'm repping the brand 24/7.
And Will Keith cut that shit in half.
it's
It's a
true.
legendary moment from the podcast. We made it.
Went straight from Tosh.0 to writing Knife Nuts Jake on his bottle.
That's a come up.
That's my.
Yeah, we gotta decide on this. We gotta decide on
You
this
have,
knife.
you have to actually hear him say Knife Nuts Jake. It's actually really fucking hilarious.
Wait, does he say the names
Well-
too?
Yeah, fuck yeah, he did.
Oh, jeez.
I hate to tell you this, but to do this now, you're gonna sit for the half an hour trying to get all your shit together and how you're gonna go about it. You're wasting your fucking time.
All right, well, let's just say this. In the next episode, we'll lay out the rules for the contest, and we'll know what knife it is.
Yeah, how about we give a knife away for the first episode of the new year?
There we go.
Yes, let's do that. That's a
Please.
good idea.
Thank you.
Wow, Brian, thanks for contributing
Voice of
something
reason.
to this episode. Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Well, I personally am giving away a knife to whoever posts the best whatever video on Instagram and hashtags it. What are the knife nuts? Look,
He's giving
look at
away.
this.
He's giving away a Chinese
Fake stock.
typhoon with missing one backspacer screw.
That's definitely what he's giving away.
I would.
It comes
I
with
would.
the IKEA couch that the screw was lost in.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna have to be a local pickup because the couch is included.
Good luck getting out of that basement.
The hashtag give Levon
Yeah.
his couch away challenge.
On that note,
All right.
Thank you
Well,
guys for listening all year.
we'll post something, but I'm dead serious. I want to bring this episode back from the horrible depths where it existed, and I want to give something away.
no. Thank you
Fine,
guys.
and I'm going to throw a knife away. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
go up
God,
there
Jake.
and throw it away.
Throw the knife away, yes. That's what you've driven us to do. That's how we're going to end 2017. Is Jake
Whatever.
literally throws a fucking knife in the trash. Somebody throw it in the trash.
What up, Dad? Just throw me in the trash.
Throw me in the trash.
Like this episode.
All right. Yeah, wow. This episode should just go right in the trash. Empty recycle bin.
Good night, everyone. I love you. I loved you guys.
Thank you for supporting us with your ears.
All right, Kari.
Yes. Thank you, everyone who has listened. It's pretty crazy. The response we've gotten for, I don't know, a podcast
This-
we know had no aspirations for. So
And still have no aspirations for.
exactly. That's what you're going to get more of in 2018.
Absolutely. Send us your comments to knifenutspodcast@gmail.com. Check out the website, knifenuts.net. And you can get in touch with us on Instagram at MetalLevon for me.
I'm Dave, and you can get me at _Misanthropia, Misanthropia on Blade Forums, and maybe my semi-defunct YouTube channel, Misanthropia.
And I am still Knife Nuts Jake.
And if you've got through 14 episodes and still can't figure out where the fuck to get in touch with me, give up.
Somebody throw me in the trash.
In the trash.
In the trash.
Oh, that's a good way to end it.
Yes.
Perfect.